Hey there, welcome to How to Become a Six-Figure Coach with all of the training you'll ever need to be a world-class coach. All that we ask is that you subscribe to the channel and enjoy your video. Okay, welcome back. Chase Jordan here. I am your coach, and I am about to dive into the little secret, the little massive secret on niche selection, right? Market selection. So when you go into the world of coaching, or you're already there and you're just not happy with your revenue, a bunch of things might be unaligned and you weren't trained correctly. So we're going to fix all that with Pro Coach. But the first thing we got to do is, at least plant our flag. Where and with who are we going to help? What market are we going to live in, right? Because we can't help everybody. So first we choose a market and we begin to help them. And over time, maybe other avenues will develop. And many times that happens. And yes, you can be a life coach and you can literally help anybody that's willing and able to pay. And you can take them from A to Z. Absolutely. But there is so much more than that. Your head's about to spin on this one. All right. So niche selection. Most coaches do not look at business and niche selection the way we're about to train you. This is a note-taking type of video. We're going to really focus on validating our assumption. So we're going to assume a market. We're going to choose one. I'm going to give you a lot of easy ways to pick one. And some good questions to ask yourself. And then we're going to go validate it. We're going to go make sure that people are spending money and looking for those types of solution. And by the way, I'm going to share a little secret. And then in the marketing, sections, we're going to dive very, very deep. But it's important that we put our flag down, not only for your own self-esteem, but for your just mental peace, saying, I am a coach. I am a professional coach. I'm being trained. And I help these folks get to this type of result. Or I help these organizations get to this type of result, right? So it's either going to help people or organizations or groups or other, but let's dive in. So who? All right. The best way I teach this is like this, all right? The law services model. You've heard this. And what that is we don't get paid unless you do. If you haven't heard those types of ads with lawyers, think of a professional golfer. They don't get paid, by the way. They might have sponsorships, but not all of them. And they have to win to get paid. Okay? So if you don't know about the lawyer, think about the golfer. You have to produce a result. And the question is this. We don't get paid unless you do, right? So that's kind of the lawyer's thing. I don't take a dime. Let me prove to you that I can do something. And then you can pay me, or I'll go get you some money and you can give me a little bit of that money because I did the work. I proved to you that I was worthwhile. Okay. So who can you get results for before getting paid? So do you have that person right now, or an organization or a group or what have you, either one person or a group of people, whether it's corporate or private, doesn't matter. If you can do that right now, that is great. You're a step ahead. So, for example, I helped hospitals improve their patient experience scores, which means I needed to take every employee they had and train them to be focused on a couple key points in order to deliver. So I was able to do that. I did it for years. I did a lot of group coaching. I also went into big, large organizations and helped them with their customer service, their leadership development, things like that. And after many years of doing that, I was able to help consultants be better consultants because I was a consultant. Then somebody one day said, hey, you're a great coach. Why don't you teach me how to be a coach? And I started teaching coaching, and I started coaching and teaching coaching anyhow. So you see how I'm helping these people? I know these people. Okay, I know how to help them. I can say, you don't pay me until you get those results, and I would feel very confident that at the end of that agreement, I would get paid. All right, because I know that I can help them. All right, that's the big deal. Who can you do that for? If you don't have that now, you can easily go get that. You can easily acquire that through Pro Coach, all right? So here are some pre-validated things I know People are buying coaching, buying consulting. They're looking for help. They're looking for people to help them like you and I. And the first one I want to share with you is Chase's Hot List, okay? So Chase's Hot List is right here. So download this. It's right below the video. I would print this, by the way. You can save it. That's fine. But I like to have it in my hands when it comes to this stuff. And you can look. Well, these are validated. The team validated every single one of these. There's 400. So if you say, what am I going to coach about? What am I going to do? If you don't already know, we can help you get there. So 400, where are we at? 473. All right, everything from banks to temporary housing to how to help and coach salvage yards be more efficient, real estate law. I mean, the list goes on and on, okay? So I want you to understand that I'm not going to read all of this. You can do that yourself, all right, if you don't have a niche. Or what you're thinking of doing, validate it through this list. And then I really like this little guy here that we built years and years ago, and it's still so current right now. Like literally, this is here's the best proof is it's passed the test of time. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, English is my second language. So here's the deal. Look here. Could you help somebody in careers, corporate, in the arts, professional competencies, approach, method, tactics, wellness? Take a look at this. Print that out and download it. It's right below the video. And take a look. Is the niche you were thinking about already in here? Great. Right? But now I want to prove to you that these niches, so these tools are yours to keep. You can't copy them or anything, but they're yours to keep for your own purposes. And if you end up being a coach that helps coaches, they're yours, right? If you're in good standing with us, you can use our tools, no problem, right? So then we looked at the coaching niches and the unlimited potential that it has. And then we have to ask ourselves a few questions, okay? Before I dive into a few things online, the secrets to finding a niche that pays, that has abundant clients. This is what most coaches don't do. They don't know. I meet so many coaches before they join Pro Coach that are so lost. They're not making any money. Nobody cares. And it just breaks my heart. Now you'll say to me, Chase, look, some people are just not made for this. That may be true, may not be true. I'm not the judge of that. But what I am the judge of is after you've finished Pro Coach, you're a winner that can go market themselves to the right people that have the money and you can help, and then you get referrals. Anyways, we're going to get all into that later. So let's begin. Questions. Are you in the correct market? So this is for those of you who've joined Pro Coaching. This could be you, not you, but in brief, are you in the wrong market? Have you even validated your market? Are you trying to just drag people out of the trenches because there's just not enough people to help? You might be in the wrong niche. So this will help you validate your niche, okay? And or change, make a pivot is what it's called in business. So direct knowledge of. Do you have direct knowledge of? Right? So this is now, if I'm sitting here with you and I'm going, so if you have no niche, who do you have direct knowledge of? Teachers? Did you lose weight? Coaches, consultants, doctors, organizations, any kind of business, like what is it? So you would have to tell me, but I would want you to write that down. Take out that piece of paper, stop the video if you have to. Get that piece of paper, start writing things down. So been there, done that. So I have been a coach for 25 years. So in about my fifth year, people really started asking me to help them become better coaches and get revenue from coaching. They were tired of coaching for free because they saw that I was able to charge and all that good stuff, and charge high fees, by the way. My fee can range from $10,000 a year. I do yearly packages now to $25,000, and there's a waiting list for those at this point. So been there, done that. I've helped hospitals. I've helped big box retail. I've helped individuals. I've helped consultants. I've helped public speakers, right? And I've helped people sell things online and so on and so forth. So I've been there. I've done that so I can coach. What are those things for you? So you can stop the video once again and write those down. Do a little brainstorming. So what are you passionate about? So maybe you don't know, but you're like, well, I'm really passionate about helping people lose weight. I'm really passionate by helping parents educate their children at home. Well, you'd be very surprised that that's a niche. And certain parents with money would pay you to teach them to educate their kids at home. I'm just random, right? I'm just speaking out loud, brainstorming with you. So are people looking for answers? So here's the big secret. You bought Pro Coach. There's going to be dozens of these little nuggets right here. So do you know that nobody's ever looked for a coach since the beginning of time? And I mean that. Like, nobody's really looked for a coach. Meaning, nobody's gone to Google and says, I am looking for a marriage coach. They haven't. What they do look for, though, is, how do I save my marriage? And I'm going to connect the dots with you a little later on, but just keep that in mind. This thought, this gold here. Oh, people don't? So what do they look for? People look for how-to. And when they look for how-to, I'm going to teach you an entire process on how to get them to purchase coaching services from you, the same way they do with me, because I help them find the answers. All right, so here's the deal. If people are looking for how-to on YouTube, Google, Facebook groups, you name it, you have a good niche. That means there's competition, there are people, which means there are people with money to purchase your program because they want your help. They want to go from A to Z with you. Okay, so this could be paid ads, by the way. If you look at Google, and we're going to do this here in a minute, and you see that people are advertising on Facebook or what have you, that means there's great competition. You love competition. Write that down. I love competition. When there's competition, there's money. There are people that can hire you. All right, next. So a couple more questions here. Have you experienced coaching in this domain? So when you've been coached and you've successfully kind of gone through 3 months, 6 months, a year with a coach that you've paid, a good coach, well, you can go and bring somebody into your world, offer them a package, that same package you paid for, and then go through the package you went through with them. That's a big deal. You can do that. People say, well, I could never do that. Well, I had a public speaking coach. It was a 1-year engagement. It was $12,000. I paid cash. And I tell you, I learned so much. At the end, all I did say is, look, I think I want to go teach this back. One, so I can learn it, and I want to help people. My coach said, go ahead. It's yours to have. Now, I couldn't steal this proprietary information, but there's nothing proprietary, okay, in a lot of things. So you just go ahead and do what you got to do. So do you know coaches in this domain? So there's somebody like myself that you can call and ask some questions about how to become a coach in a certain domain. Can you help them get results? That's really the bottom line. That's it. Out of everything we can talk about today, are you able to go into an organization or be with a person, virtual or live? I like live better, virtual's fine. And can you go into somebody's world and help them get from A to Z? Help them get those results. If you can do that, you got a good niche. You got a great niche. It's a niche that pays. There's competition. You're going to be able to go out there and compete and win. And with Pro Coach, be one of the top 2 choices, if not the first choice. All right, so get excited about that. So Chase's magic method for coaches. When I say coaches are clueless about marketing, it's because it's true and my heart goes out to them. And one of my strengths is marketing, and I was able to help a lot of people, organizations, whatever. So here's the deal. You can be a marketing coach. I'm actually a marketing coach to, I think, 2 right now. 2 people I'm helping with marketing, specifically just marketing. So at the end of it all, we know where the money is. Why? Well, because Google is king, queen, whatever you want to call Google. Google is a powerhouse. There's like $1 billion in Google research that is free for us to use to validate what we're talking about. So if the hot list doesn't have what you want to do, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. If the niche list and categories, you don't have what you want to do in there, let me show you what to do. This is a good exercise anyways for your own mind. If your wife, your spouse, you say, I'm going to be a coach, you're fresh out of school, what have you, you're in your 3rd career, 2nd career, you want to validate to yourself that what we wrote on that list is a valid coaching opportunity. Let me show you how to do that. So let's dive in, okay? What we're going to do is go right here to Google. So first I want you to clear your cache, okay? Just do a Google search. You see it right here, how to clear my cache in Chrome. Because if you've done previous searches on certain things, and it's all going to add up here in a minute, your results will be filtered. They won't be clean results, okay? And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a topic that could be a coaching program, right? A coaching opportunity where where there's competition and people are paying. They're advertising, everything we just talked about. So let's go to Google. I've already cleared my cache. So I did Labrador training. Maybe you want to be a coach and you want to train dogs, okay? This could apply to anything, all right? So here's what I see first. I see that there's advertising. No big surprise there for Labrador training. But since it says ad, that means somebody's paying to show this ad. I'm not going to click on them. That's not fair to them. But you see there, they have websites. They've had money. So you should enter your idea for coaching if it's not on our list already, because we kind of validated those. But you should go look at what the competition's doing. If you find on the list, oh, this is what I want to do, go find how-to information. Like I would write, how to train my Labrador. And this is what's going to pop up as well. And then if you scroll down Google here, it'll give you even more areas to go look and see what your competition's up to, what their fees are, what information are they giving away, what information are they charging for, do they have a coaching program, so on and so forth. And then if you can answer those questions, you got a good niche. You got a niche with competition. You got a niche that's advertising, that's built websites, that maybe has funnels, like you can get a free ebook, and eventually they'll offer coaching. Here's a great coaching offer that I saw recently, and it's about dog training. They get you on a free ebook, so you give them your email. You know how that works. You get a free ebook. One of them was charging $12. One of them was free. There was two we were looking at with a client. And next thing you know, you're getting some emails. Some emails have videos and more good stuff, goodies, teaching it to, and eventually they go, hey, by the way, are you in the mood to get one-on-one help? Do you live in Fort Myers, Florida? Yes. We can coach you one-on-one. Book a call. Here are our fees, but they've made an offer for coaching. Do you understand? That's how we sell coaching nowadays. It's brilliant. You don't go ahead and say, hey, I'm a coach, come and hire me. You go, no. Here's how to save your marriage. Come and buy a $50 book. Here's my free 4-video mini course. And at the end of the course, and I'm going to cover this entire methodology with you step by step. We're going to build yours, actually. And then at the end, you say, hey, look, if you've loved this stuff, I have a coaching program. I have a couple coaching programs. We're going to build your professional coaching program. And it's a package, a program, a time frame, and things we're going to do together. And then you might say, well, Chase, nobody's going to do that. Oh, you would be wrong because I have done that. You might have done that. You did this with Pro Coach. That's how we got you in our ecosystem to teach you about what we did, some free goodies. And then we said, hey, if you want to go deeper with us, join us with Pro Coach, and we'll get you certified in the Pro Coach methods. So this is a big deal. So what else can we look at? We can look at, this is called the Keyword Planner from Google. So get a Google account. I'm not going to teach you how to get into this, but you can see here, if I go into the Google Planning tool, all right, just go Google Planner, Keyword Planner. If you have an account, it'll pop right up. And then you see up here, I can enter lose belly fat. All right. I'm just talking about weight loss because we can all relate. Then you go get results. Here's what it's going to show you. People actually Google lose belly fat at the tune of 10,000 to 100,000 searches a month. So what does that answer? People are looking to lose belly fat. If you're a belly fat coach, a belly fat losing coach, could you go into that market and say, I know I've lost belly fat. I've helped others lose belly fat. I'm going to do something that's going to teach people how to lose it. And if they want my help, I'm going to offer my coaching services. That's how coaching works. That's how you sell coaching. There's a bunch of details. We're going to go through that. But you can see that through this keyword planner from Google Ads. It's all free. Just open an account. And then you can go in and look at anything. And if there's really no searches, that tells you that you haven't necessarily struck gold. It's just that there might not be any competition. It's not worthwhile. All right. So here's another one. So let's go look at, I'm going to copy this link right here. Okay, right here. This is their non-paid ad. I don't want to charge them for this. So what I'm going to do is put this Labrador, I'm going to copy, and when you go to this similarweb.com, you don't have to pay to get, so once you've found your competition, and you're like, wow, there's somebody here, there's competition, they're advertising, they have a website, so I'm in the right, and I know we're doing overkill, because you already kind of have the proof, right? Once you've done the work I've just showed you, it takes 5 minutes, okay? And you already know. But it's nice to know what the competition's website looks like, what they say on there. You never want to copy their words, but we want to know what they're doing. Because you know what? They've been around for a while. They probably know how to advertise to your customer, your future client. So what I would do is I would paste the website I just copied for the Labrador training. And here's what this similar web will tell us to see if it's a legit website. If I only saw, so here's the total visits from October 2020 to right now. Okay. 611,000 people went to their website. So you know, of course, Labrador training is a big one. But if you put in the website you found for your niche, for the how-tos, or it could even be a legit coach, but first look for how-to. Who's giving away how-to information? Do they have information that they give and sell and advertise and put on a blog and put on a website? Because that means you're on the right track. And then throw them in here, and then you'll see where does their traffic come from. All the countries here. You can look here and it says from search. Most of their traffic is from search. Direct, referrals, social media, and then from mail, basically. All right. And then they pay. All right. They pay a little bit for keywords, but they literally pop up. They're well ranked. But now you can literally spy on your competition and what they're doing. If you're really excited and you want to put a few dollars, you can buy the full report. Okay. And you can kind of go deep, but you don't have to do that. You can do it all for free. And that's all I can say. Competition, people have websites, they're giving away information, they're selling things, whether it's information products, you know you can have a coaching niche that works. And that is a big deal. And the other one would be, you know what I like too? What about lab training, Facebook groups? Facebook groups will tell you if there is a demand for solutions around what you want to coach around, okay? So Labrador Training, Facebook. So I'm going to click on it. 18,000 members. So one, you can advertise to those folks. We're going to teach you all about that if you want to pay. You can join the group and give value. And eventually somebody might say, hey, I need some help. Can you come and help me? That's cool. You know, no problem there. And lab training, and you can say, let's say Jeeps. Somebody, maybe you're a Jeep building coach. You want to help people build Jeeps. It's somebody I just dealt with. Jeep building Facebook groups. Because the niches are never, I mean, you'd be surprised the kind of coaching that's out there that people are getting paid for. So there's Jeep Home, Jeep Owners America. Let me see, Jeep Owners of America. Facebook group. So 3,000 people are there. And then we've seen some groups with 300,000 people, right? Like unbelievable. Labrador training. So anyhow, you kind of get the picture on how easy it is. It's not like it's almost scientific in the way that you'll see if there's competition and if there's people out there looking for those solutions. But what my point is here, take a minute, look at the niche if you don't have one, the niche lists, go validate, go play for a minute. Who would be my competition? Because competition is good. If somebody is willing to pay me to help them be a coach, they're going to pay. There's other people that are going to pay myself or another person to teach them how to be a great coach. So right now it's important to get that niche down, to really dive in to what is it who are you going to help? Who can you help? And if you were only to get paid after a 3-month package, as an example, who would that person be? And what would you do with them? What would you help them to? Lose 10 pounds of belly fat? Become a coach like we do with Pro Coach? Help a school that is struggling with their financials get more profitable or have a little more money at the end of the month so they can help teachers buy books? Like, is that something you can help? Can you help lawyers that are struggling be better lawyers? It's just endless. All right. So I hope that this has been helpful. I've given you a glimpse on how you're going to sell coaching services and how it all works nowadays, and that you're literally ahead of 99.9% of coaches right now, and I haven't even trained you to specifically get your package completed and sold, but I'm telling you, this will change your life. All right, so that's it for niche selection. Do the work, rewind this, go play in Google, have a little fun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.